pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Don't mind us.
Paulette Frias.
Here.
John Green.
Here.
Scott Latham.
Here.
Brian Tobin.
Here.
Thomas Grattan.
Here.
In the event of an emergency, visitors are advised that they may exit this room from the one side door which leads directly into the parking lot. In the event of an emergency, everyone is asked to move away from the building and do not attempt to leave in your automobiles since this may cause traffic problems or block incoming emergency vehicles.
Welcome to our December board meeting. First item is the first hearing of visitors. At this time, we request questions and comments be kept to agenda items only. Does anybody care to address the board at this hearing? Okay, that brings us to our consent agenda. So we need a motion to approve the minutes of the regular meeting of November 15th. It includes our financial matters, which is the schedule of our bills, the treasurer's report for November, the monthly budget status report for November, transfers, extra classroom activity fund. I'd like to, if we can, Patty, can we take a motion on those? Then we have to have a motion for a table on the contract and then do the donations?
Yeah, or you could say to table the contract.
But I wanted to mention the
separate.
donations, but,
Okay.
so through B5, is there a motion to accept?
So.
All in favor? Aye. I need a motion to table the contract for the prom because the contract is not ready to be signed. We're approved.
So.
All in favor? Aye. We have the following donations, and I wanted to point these out individually. The Dylan Newman Forever 5 Foundation has donated $2,385.10 to cover the cost of the varsity baseball hats for the 2024 season. Is there a motion to accept the donation?
So moved.
All in favor? Aye. Riverhead Building Supply and an anonymous donor have donated materials to build raised beds in the elementary garden. Michael Kimmelman has volunteered to build them. Is there a motion to accept the donation?
So moved. Second.
All in favor?
Quick question, who's Michael Kimmelman?
Deb's husband?
Oh, yeah, it's one of our teachers' husbands.
She's in charge of the garden.
Very nice. Yes.
And the third donation is every year in honor of Amber Stulsky, who passed away in 2019. The Bednoskis donate items to the community. This year, they are donating feminine care kits to CAST and area schools. These kits contain feminine hygiene products as well as deodorants, nail files, chapsticks, toothbrush and toothpaste, hand lotion, etc. These kits will be kept in the nurse's office and given to young ladies in need of these items. Is there a motion to accept?
So moved.
All in favor? Patty, could we send thank yous to those three donations, please? Thank you. And then the following two items on the consent agenda are surplusing mixers, slicers, cash registers, folding tables, and wheat cabinets. It doesn't sound like a school district when we surplus. It sounds like things from your home. And the CSE recommendations. A motion to accept?
So moved.
All in favor? Aye. Superintendent's report. Dr. Morrow.
So we have a lot going on in school. First, congratulations to Southold TV. It's their 10th anniversary this year. And they are making a Southold TV congratulatory episode about it. So we'll all get to share that later, but, you know, I got to see some of the very early clips. Patty actually showed me one of her son from about 10 years ago, from the first year when they were actually building the place. So congratulations to them. Hamia, the Hamptons Music Educators Association Festival, we have 17 6th, 7th, and 8th grade students that qualified for it this year, and 17 9 through 12 students, so 34 total students that qualified for it. And when you look at, you know, the totality of the grades, like our 6, 7, 8 is approximately 130 kids. You know, we had 17 out of 130 students, so it's really a great, and this is not something you sign up for. This is something that you compete to be in, you know, so it's a great accomplishment, and I just wanted to point it out. We're in the middle of our winter concerts. I was at the middle school one last night. Kids did a great job. You know, we have smaller grade levels, so the groups, a couple of the groups were a little bit smaller, but sounded outstanding. Did an absolutely fantastic job. Our high school concert is tomorrow, so if you want to come down, it's a great winter concert. Winter sports are underway already, and we already had one student athlete qualify for states and nationals, and we're hoping to have a couple more.
In what sport?
Track, long jumper.
Olivia?
No, Olivia, high jumper. She's a jump or two away from qualifying. The long jumper is a Greenport
Oh,
student who's on the
Stanton,
track team.
yeah.
So we're hoping to have two actually qualify for nationals this year, which would be the first time we've had two ever qualify for nationals. And one is already in, and one is, a fraction away. One is the highest ranked long jumper in Suffolk County out of all divisions, and one is the second highest ranked high jumper. I believe. Steve will correct me if I'm wrong later. So winter sports are underway. It's going great. So is robotics. It's great to see the robotics kids back in, and the mentors and the advisors for them. And they are here nightly doing their work. And then, exciting, we will be starting gaming in about a couple weeks, right? Because the gaming room is just about finished, and the winter gaming season will be starting. So it'll be an enjoyable new opportunity, for our kids, and hopefully we'll be able to capture more of our students with it. And then lastly, Terrence and Major and the high school and the ROTC program put on a really nice short assembly today where Alexa Feeney was awarded a full United States Marine Corps scholarship to whichever school she chooses to attend. That they have the program at. The Marine Corps scholarships, we've had numerous scholarships here through our ROTC program since I've been here. The Marine Corps scholarship is probably the hardest of all of them to get. And she was selected, I'm trying to remember exactly what the officer said today. She was selected in the early acceptance phase of it. So it's even more competitive than when they select the majority of them 3-4 months from now. And she said, it happened to be a female officer that spoke today, said that Alexa's qualifications were absolutely outstanding. And so it's a great accomplishment for her and her family. And it's really, it was really a nice thing to see the 4 or 5 Marines there giving her the big check today. And then her parents and grandparents and everybody were there. The high school did a fantastic job pulling it off. The student body was extremely excited. It was nice to see. To everybody, have a wonderful holiday. Can't believe we're almost there already. For those that are celebrating right now, Hanukkah, happy Hanukkah to you. And for those that will be celebrating Christmas coming up, and then a happy New Year to all.
Thank you.
Yep.
Do we have any old business? No? I don't think so, right? That brings us to personnel. Let's see if I can get it right this time. See if I can pronounce the names. Employees leaving the district full-time permanent. Mira Johnson, resignation effective January 8th, 2024. Mary Mraz, resignation effective December 9th, last day working December 8th. Deborah Dibble, retirement effective at the end of the school year, June 30th, 2024. Chris Campos, up to 1 year on paid leave of absence due to health reasons. Employees entering the district part-time temporary. We've got some Regents review classes that will be held by Mr. Tully, Mr. Stahl, Ms. Galano, and Ms. Imbriano. Substitute teacher Shane Jones, and the esports advisor Jason Wesnowski. We have a change of status appointment, Jenny Lynn Boyle, from provisional appointment to senior office assistant, effective January 2, 2024. Is there a motion to accept those recommendations?
So moved.
All in favor? I'm going to read the Southold Administrators Association. Be it resolved that the Board of Education hereby approves and ratifies a memorandum of agreement with the Southold Administrators Association effective July 1, 2023, dated November 30th, 2023. Be it further resolved that the Board of Education authorizes the execution of the successor collective bargaining agreement consistent with such memorandum of agreement. Following that, be it resolved that the Board of Education hereby authorizes the execution of an agreement with the Southold Faculty Association pertaining to shared music position dated December, we're using today's date on that, December 13th, 2023. Can I have a motion for those two acceptances, please?
So moved. Second.
All in favor? Aye. Audit committee report? Building committee report?
We had a meeting, beginning in November, and the main issue is replacing our very old boilers. At least at that meeting, we were still sending more paperwork to state ed. I don't know if it's come back yet. The good news is we already have the money. It's not gonna be bonded. So that was the main discussion. And then we're trying to prioritize, we have to come up with a 5-year plan. And we're in the process of doing that with our architect. And things that came up are tearing down a couple of those modulars, I guess, are pretty dangerous. So that was sort of high up on the list. And then I think the next issues were middle school windows, the roof, middle school ceilings. And then as we got further down the list, they became more wish list things like repairing a basketball court, maybe trying to put a pickleball overlay in there. But the main issue is the boilers, and that's our main focus now, is to keep this place at appropriate temperature.
We're gonna get through the winter?
Yep.
Okay. Anthony's not willing to weigh in.
Right there.
Good meeting to be at, Mr.
Don't bring it up.
DeGoe.
I don't care if you guys are shoveling coal and doing.
When is it scheduled to be put in? But that building's being done first, right? The elementary building's being done?
Neither of them are scheduled yet because the paperwork just went up to the state. Chuck just got some stuff for the architect and it just went up. It's typically a 3 to 5 month process before they even give us feedback. And so we're hoping to do the work, some or all of it, this summer. You know, and then ideally, we're hoping to get a big enough operation to bid on it that they come and do both buildings. You know, maybe send a crew to one building and a crew to the other and do them both, you know. Some of the work can be done prior to summer, once we're out of the warm seasons with the different boilers. So all of that will be organized and planned. Again, best case scenario, this summer is when the boilers will get replaced. Worst case scenario, next summer. And then there's every iteration of, like, one building might be this summer and one building might be next summer, depending on the bid, the material, the availability, the state process. So,
You can't bid until you get the state approval, right?
nope, right? Yeah,
Okay,
so,
thank you. Policy committee,
Nothing.
new business. Anybody have any new business? That brings us to our second hearing of visitors. At this time, we will entertain comments about agenda items or anything that has to do with the school. Anybody care to address the board at this time? Hiding behind the tall guy. Board member commentary. Mr. Latham.
Merry Christmas.
Dr. Crean.
Happy New Year.
Mr. Grattan.
Merry Christmas and Happy New Year.
Mr. Tobin.
Happy holidays.
Perfect. Our next board meetings are January 10th is our budget forum work session, and January 24th is regular meeting. I'd like to wish everybody Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, those celebrating Hanukkah. I believe there's a few more days left. Look forward to the concert. And I just want to mention I was privileged enough to be at ROTC inspection on Friday, which is always amazing. So when you mention a female getting recognition into the Marine Corps, I asked Major, because it seems like every year there's more and more females than there are males out there, which I think is quite impressive. I may be off by a couple, 123 females and 92 males
No, you're right.
presently comprise the 3 districts of ROTC. It's around there. Like I said, don't quote me on that because,
And 3 congressional.
well, I was getting to that one. There were actually 5 in the unit. 5 congressional nominations by Congressman Lilloda, who was here, and 3 of them were Southold, Naval Academy,
Air Force,
Air Force Academy, which are 2 females,
Merchant Marine.
and Merchant Marine Academy. And another student from Greenport, I think, was Merchant Marine, and Mattituck was... Anyway, 5 nominations was pretty impressive, and I think Major was surprised that the congressman announced it. And you don't mess up Major easily, because everything's according to his plan. So it was great to see. They do a great job. They involve a lot of kids. That being said, a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second. All in favor? Aye.